Oh my, bruh, this every day out here, or every night, but still, look at that. Bruh, this really in Miami, I'm not playing. Look, the airport is right over here. That's the airport. You know what I mean? It always got little lights and stuff, you know, it's probably airplanes. But over here, this ain't the airport. Look at that. And them clouds not even moving. How the whole cloud not gonna move? It's just sitting there at nighttime. It's crazy. Look, ain't no other clouds in the sky.
That was allegedly seen in Miami. Oddly enough, the man said the strange thing about this encounter was how in one of the photographs the creature appears to be transparent, and this matches what other residents have said. One resident said that this creature that was seen suddenly became transparent and appeared see-through, while another said that they tried to follow it, but it suddenly vanished. He was running away from the area at the time of the encounter, which is why the photographs are blurry. Interestingly, many have said that this isn't the first time that strange entities and sightings have been reported from this area, while others are not sure what to make of it. On social media, police officers have come forward and said that nothing was sighted, but other officers have said that they've been told that they can't talk about what happened. According to locals, they are currently facing encounters with mysterious entities standing at an imposing height of 8 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to large grey or insectoid entities. Recently, a man stepped forward and claimed to have had a video call with his father, who currently serves as a police officer in Miami. During the conversation, the son probed his father about the events that unfolded in Florida. However, the father disclosed that, at present, he is unable to divulge any specific details regarding the incident. Moreover, he mentioned that higher-ranking individuals have instructed him not to disclose anything. This testimony sheds light on the delicate nature of the situation and the strict confidentiality measures in place. It implies that there may be more to the story that is being deliberately kept under wraps for now. In a rather peculiar turn of events, yet another member of the police force has resorted to social media to share an intriguing revelation. This particular officer disclosed that the enigmatic creature in question was actually captured on camera from a different angle. Like his fellow colleagues, he reiterated the constraint of non-disclosure imposed upon him, making it clear that divulging any details regarding the incident was strictly forbidden.
And we all saw exactly what happened. Don't pay attention to a lot of the videos that are out there. I feel like a lot of people are trying to use this for clout. But what happened, we all saw what happened, and it's pretty serious. It's been a few days, and our whole family's processing it, but I think we've kind of accepted that we were a part of this weird experience and moment. So basically what happened was I was there with my brother Brian, and my sister and my nephew. We were looking for shoes for my nephew, and then we see a whole crowd of people outside the store just running out in a direction. So as soon as we saw it, we were like, oh shit, what's going on? So we immediately ran out with our nephew, and we picked him up and we ran out and we followed the crowd. And then about a few seconds later, as soon as we started running, my nephew, he's autistic, so he was pointing behind us and he was saying blanky, which he'll usually say whenever he feels unsafe or scared. And he was pointing behind us. So me and my brother, we look behind us, and then we see these 3 9-10 foot tall creatures. I'm not gonna say aliens. Everyone keeps saying it's aliens. I'm not saying aliens because I don't know what it was. None of us really knew. Everyone, all of us stopped in our tract, we, you know, a whole bunch of people were pointing at it. I mean, there were other people running. You know, there was a crowd. As soon as it made itself more apparent, it looked like it was glitching, not like a computer pixelation, but like a wavy glitch. And whatever maybe was covering them had, you know, unveiled or whatever. Yeah, it looked like a glitch, man. It like a weird glitch in the Matrix or whatever. And then you could see it in its full form, all three of them. And then, you know, they were all black. You saw eyes, and you could faintly see like lips. But, yeah, I was about like 20 feet away. Because obviously everybody gave it distance, right? And, you know, they're tall. So we all just like looked at them. They were just standing there. And the thing that was a little bit weird, well, it was clearly like observing us. It was sentient, right? Like, or whatever. I mean, I don't know, but, it was aware of us. It looked at us, the whole crowd. And then as soon as it started walking with its big legs, like kind of like it started like almost glitching again, we all ran. My brother like immediately said, yo, let's go. He grabbed me by the shoulder. We bolted out of there. And for anyone that's like saying, you know, where's the footage? Yeah, I know. I don't have any footage, and I'll explain why. Cause like when I saw it, I was in complete fear. It was something that I completely froze, man. I don't care if I sound like a bitch about it. Like, I froze. And I don't care who you are. I feel like when you're seeing something paranormal, it's different than when you're seeing a fight. Yeah, you'll probably want to record that and put it on WorldStar or whatever. When you see something paranormal, that's different. Because your reality, you can't comprehend what you're seeing. A fight, you kind of get it. Two people are fighting. You can comprehend that. Something like this, none of us could comprehend. Your first instinct is like, it ain't to like take out your phone and start recording. Your first instinct is like, I've never seen this before. What is this? Is it gonna hurt me or my family? That was my first number one priority. So if you don't believe me, I get it. You know, it's fine. Like, it is silly. I'm sure that someone had footage from that night. If you did, please contact me just so like, you know, we actually have it. So anyways, as soon as the creature started moving, we all just jetted out there. We ran out the front doors. And, you know, obviously, like, we see a whole sea of cop cars, mad cop cars, where other ones were coming in. And we ran with our nephew, and then, you know, a cop stopped us. You know, they took us to a bit of a safer area behind the cars. And then, and they asked us what we saw, and we told them what we saw. You know, they wrote it down, and they asked everybody to check their phones. Not everybody, because there was mad people like running away too, right? They couldn't get everyone. So I'm wondering if someone's gonna post a video. But yeah, they looked through everyone's phone. I didn't record anything, so I was fine. None of us recorded anything, so we were basically free to go. But in the distance, you could still see, like, you know, I didn't see the beings come out the door, right? But you could see on the side of the building, kind of like that clip that everyone's seeing, that it was slowly walking. And it was like, it wasn't cloaking or glitching or whatever. It was walking. So I don't know if it seemed more like it was an interdimensional thing. Someone's coming into our dimension or whatever, a bunch of them. And I think, you know, that it was just interesting, the police response, because there was a whole bunch of them. This ain't for no teenagers. No, this was for something way bigger. And it almost seemed like the cops had like a already made strategy for it, because they surrounded one of the beings with like all their police cars. They blared it up even louder because you could hear that it was louder. Maybe as an attempt to like distract it or let it know like, hey, you don't belong here, right? And you know, they were trying to like slowly move alongside with it. But I didn't see anything else after that, because me and my family, we got out of there. We went into our car. We went home. Because, you know, we had our nephew with us, and we went to make sure, like, you know, he was okay. So I'm still kind of like processing everything. Like, it's weird, but at the same time, I'm glad that we weren't alone in seeing it, because like it was a whole bunch of us that saw it. And it feels kind of like, you know, you're part of something like really big, but at the same time it's confusing, because like you want to kind of like show people. Like, I wish I took a video, man, like, because people are gonna probably think I'm crazy, right? But yeah, I'm left with more questions. Like, we were all kind of left with more questions than anything else. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's aliens. I know everybody's saying it's aliens. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I saw something come in through like a weird glitchy, maybe a portal or whatever. And it was like they were pretty tall. You could see some facial. They were very dark, like and shiny, but I can't tell if it was like a wet shiny or like a metallic shiny. And yeah, and you know, long limbs. Long limbs, long fingers. They were definitely humanoid in shape, and shadowy. But maybe that shadowiness was like from a glitch or whatever, like whatever cloaking maybe they had like fell off. But yeah, it felt like something was coming into our world or whatever, like a fucking Stranger Things episode. But it was crazy, man. Like,
read the entire thing, but I highly recommend that you guys go over there and read it for yourself. I was at the Miami Mall yesterday, and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these gray creatures were walking around.
Gray?
Didn't make any noises or sounds, but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video, but every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their photos. We were visited by aliens, and the government is covering it up.
What?
They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely, and it seemed like they could change forms. Like they didn't have any bones and could bend their body in whatever way. No fingers or feet, just arms and legs.
What?
They could also seemingly teleport. They weren't walking around normally, but instead disappearing and then quickly reappearing somewhere else.
That mall in Miami on New Year's Day, and we saw what really happened.
What happened?
So we were basically just walking around the mall, quiet, normal, and then I saw this, it was like a scaly snake kind of person. I thought it was a person in the suit.
I thought they were all black.
And they had a big hairy chest, but they were coming out of Lane Bryant, so I was like, oh, it must be one of the customers or whatever. So I ain't paying no attention. 30 seconds later, we hear a scream. So I saw it. I was at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day with my daughter, my 2 grandkids. We were just minding our business, walking in the mall, quiet. Everything was just kind of normal, regular. I don't know if it was 6 feet tall. 8 feet tall. It might have been like 6, 7 feet, 6.5, 7 feet tall person, I thought, at the time. And they were just all dark. I just kind of glanced.
Okay, so this one's
dark. You
dark.
see them because they were kind of standing above the rest of the people. And the creature was big, like kind of heavy set with muscles or fat, I don't know. But they were coming out of Lane Bryant, so I ain't thinking nothing about it. And 30 seconds later, like 30 seconds, you can hear, somebody screaming. So we looking around, and then a bunch of people start screaming. A bunch of people start running, and I didn't know what to do.